Taking a collective breath. Slow our hearts down to bring ourselves into tune and alignment with the earth. My name is Toni Shaw. I am the Energy Muse, and I thank you for this opportunity to talk to you about the moon, the earth, the planets, love, alignment, consciousness, connection, truth. Capricorn is about structure. It's about work. It's about rules. It's about how we're seen in society, how we see ourselves, our status. So as we come to this full moon, we can take a look at how all of these things can keep us stuck or set us free. Take a minute to check in with your heart, that little soft spot behind your heart. The place that knows who you are. The place that knows where you're going. The place you trust. And the place that tonight we all honor together. As we breathe into that soft spot, there's a connection between these incredible women showing up for themselves, to learn, to love, to hold space. And as we connect that into where Cancer is and the sun, we can look at our emotions. And take a minute to trust that our emotions are giving us signals and guides to where we are in alignment and where we're not. And as we tune in to that soft spot in our hearts, we know we can put ourselves back on track. Making choices for ourselves instead of society, family, even old beliefs. Making choices minute by minute, moment by moment, that line up to who we are and what feels right in our heart. Living from our heart space is what opens doors, maybe even cracks a window at the time that we need air. Every time we need reprieve from the waves of emotion, the waves of work, the waves of family, the waves of anything that is taking us away from our center. Tuning into those emotions and finding our truth with each one. Is this in alignment with how I really feel? We can look at every part of our life and connect into those emotions to put us on the track towards our destiny. One of the things I remember from going to that Tony Robbins weekend was looking at the wheel of our life. You can cut that wheel up into many slivers: family, relationships, work, health, eating, sleeping, creativity, sex. The list goes on. And as we look at each parts of our life in that wheel, we can then see how we're kind of traveling down the track or the street in this little spaceship of ours that we're creating, this environment that we have. Is it off kilter? Is it going smoothly? And this moon gives us an opportunity to look at that wheel, make some cuts, blow some air into other places, to trust our emotions, knowing that we know how we feel. We know that when we go to eat something and then afterwards we don't feel well, we can make a different choice. We know that when we're in conversations that don't feel right, we can choose the brave choice to go for what feels good for ourselves in every moment. We have that right as humans, as women, to follow what we want, to follow who we are. And to know that we will be rewarded for being brave and taking risks. Looking at that wheel, let your mind wander around that wheel. Where have I been letting somebody else's direction or structure, somebody else's emotions, alter how I live, how you live, how we live? Where are we out of alignment? Where are we thinking I have to do this for somebody else instead of me? It is not what I want to do. I know what I want, how I feel. So this moon possibly pumps up the tires or cuts off the trash that we picked up on the tires, however you want to use it. To give us that power to go after and to stand in our own truth, our own understanding, our own being. And even have a level of compassion with ourselves. To maybe be a little bit more gentle as to why we've been making these decisions. The nodes have also been moving. The North Node is now in Gemini. Gemini is about what you think. They're ruled by how they think. So where have we been thinking things that maybe aren't also in alignment with how we feel? Where can we catch ourselves, again with compassion, to see how we think that maybe that's not what we need right now. Maybe we need to be more gentle, or maybe we need to be more structured with how we think to ensure that we don't let our minds take us to a place that isn't of service to the greater picture, to the bigger plan, the plan that actually is out of our hands. I believe I can speak here for this whole group, whether you believe in God or universe or Fred or John or something. There's something bigger that has a plan right now, and it is coming in thick and hard in every angle of our worlds. And so our work, the Capricorn work, is to stay focused on what we know and how we feel, where we're going and what we want. Look at the structures we can build for ourselves just to support our emotional needs. Look at the structures we can let go of that don't support our emotional needs. Find common ground. Common ground with our families, our friends, the society and the world. Whilst we can put ourselves in other people's shoes, we also need to make sure that we are following what we need to emotionally support ourselves, to make our home safe. To make the place that we reside every day, which is inside the soft spot in our hearts, to make that comfortable to come home to, so we're not pushing away from where we can find the greatest solace. The greatest support is right here in our hearts, in our homes that we have available to us. We can take it wherever we go. It has everything that we need, and it knows all the answers. Take a minute to breathe in and really absorb for a minute what you've done for yourself. In this eclipse cycle, we've been in 6 months. We have been like a mountain goat, going and going and going. It's almost as if we're in some sort of video game. Different levels, trapdoors, new things coming at us. Take a minute to say thank you for showing up, for being on the path to support the women and the families around you, and doing your piece to raise the consciousness of the earth by doing the work. Say thank you. Really say thank you. I know each of you pretty intimately in some shape or form, albeit some of you I only know for very short periods of time, but I know that you are hard on yourself. And this is a moment to say thank you. This is a moment to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing the work. And thank you for not giving in. We're at like the last few stages of the Tour de France. We are getting back on that bike. And we are not going to stop now. the work that you're doing on a daily basis, as you look at your wheels of life, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the work. It's all part of the destiny. Trusting that we'll be shown areas of our lives to clean up, to be real with ourselves, to own up to where we're not honoring our emotions, what we desire, what we love. It might be as simple as finding time to have a bath, sleep in. The energies have been heavy. I know I'm not alone in knowing that there's a lot of heavy energy within our small circumference of areas, as well as the globe at a higher, bigger frequency. We're finding ways to look after ourselves, to care for ourselves, to refresh, to reconnect through whatever your version of spirit is. That might be taking a walk, or listening to the birds. But this is offering us up this intersection, this toggle between the Capricorn productivity and the nurturing of the Cancer, the self-care. The self-care that we know leads to breakthroughs, relief, more love, more connection, more truth. The breakthroughs that fuel us to the next stage. The next stage in the video game, filling our backpack full of special fruits or whatever game you like to play. This just filling our toolbox full of things that will help us get to the top of the mountain, help us get to the next level, help us get through the day. Finding time to reconnect to our hearts so that we can keep moving forward, keep showing up. How are you refueling yourself? Where's that common ground with yourself? Where can you offer compassion to yourself? Where can you look inward Where can you find gems, time, love and connection in your own environment? It might be simple things, small day-to-day motions, trusting that each of these are compounding into a bigger experience that is exponentially pushing you through to the next level of the game. The work that you've been doing in the last 6 months has given you the tools to make it this far. And whilst there are days that seem harder than others, there's a sense of peace inside of you that you can tap into at all times. Again, it's that sense of knowing who you are. Knowing who you are and how you show up and how you move through the world. It's not being unnoticed. Capricorn is as much about destiny as it is rewarding the brave, those who take the risks. Being brave enough to follow what you know you need. Being brave enough to say no to somebody else that wants something from you that you know that if you give it to them, in whatever shape or form, it is going against yourself. And although that comes with many pieces, having the courage to take that step, to stand up for what you believe, will change that relationship, putting you back into power with yourself. And you will be supported through this journey. Right now, it feels like we're all holding space for so many more people than maybe we usually are. In our homes, in our families, in our environments, in our communities. People that maybe aren't in a place of peace. Thank you. Wow. Look at that. Just got a little touch of the moon. That was beautiful. The sunrise in Turkey. I mean, this is just incredible, the opportunity we all have to be together at a random time. Thank you for sharing that. So beautiful. We have all these moments that we can connect and refuel ourselves. Refuel ourselves. Change the way we make decisions, letting go of control. Where do we freeze? Where are we flying by and not getting things in order? What emotions feel uncomfortable? And how are we honoring those? How are we processing them? There's this moment to tap into knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing your beliefs, what's important to you, what is what you believe versus what somebody else has been telling you to believe. And we have the permission to let go of those structures, to let go of those beliefs, to shift ourselves into alignment with ourselves so that we continue to draw in the magic of all that we are and all that we want and where we're going. It's interesting when I look at Mars has moved into Aries as well, and I think that's a really beautiful place to see where's the area that heats us up? Where are the areas that we're reactive? Where are we potentially jumping into things and maybe reacting in a way that isn't serving us? As we look at our wheel again, where can we see that? How can we clear that up? This is a time to look inward and to remember that we have everything that we need to walk through this world, this new world that we're living in, this new paradigm, and we no longer have to look outside of ourselves to find the comfort that we need. And honoring who we are and what we bring to this world, the work that we're all doing. I appreciate your time and your energy. And I wish you a beautiful evening, a beautiful sleep, a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I want to leave you with a quote that I heard someone today share, which really struck me, by Eleanor Roosevelt. When will our consciences grow so tender they will act to prevent human misery rather than avenge it. And I think that this is the moment for ourselves to grow tender with ourselves, tender with our heart and our mind, so that we don't have to come from the other angle at a later date. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for allowing me to share. Sleep well. I love you all.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Good day. Good night. Love you, love you, love you.
Thank you, Toni.
Bye, everyone. Love you, love you, love
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Lots of love.
Love right back. Bye, darlings.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. So beautiful, darling. Both of you showing the moon and the sunrise. What a magic way to close the loop, wasn't it?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing. It's the two sides. I mean,
Yeah, flash in my eyes, and I looked up and I saw you with the moon, and then Amula with the sun.
it's just so great.
Look at this.
It's our universe, right? It's our world
So
where we're living.
amazing. I love you all so much. Sleep well.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Toni.
You're welcome. Sleep well. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.